Mani means jewel and Pura means the city. It's a very important portion of your spiritual journey, your Manipura Chakra. Physiologically also, all of you know, the gut is called the second brain. Your mood depends on your gut. Just like the sun, the energy of the entire earth, the gut provides the energy to entire body. That's why it's so important. The important property of sun is heat and light. It sustains each and every life on earth. Similarly, our gut sustains our life. And what is the most important aspect of sun? It shines by itself. It's self-illuminating. Doesn't need help of anybody. Even if you're inside the home, you'll know the sun is out, isn't it? It's so much evident, self-evident. So that's how our energy should be. We don't have to go out there and tell us about ourselves. It should be self-evident to everybody what we are, who we are, because of the energy we radiate. Okay, so that's the topic. So today I'm asking you to analyze your life and see if you're dependent on somebody. I'm talking about mental dependence, okay, for your needs. And we'll talk about this aspect of a life and how to remove this dependency on others and become the sun of your own life, okay, so that you're self-illuminating and not only provide the energy to your own self and everyone around you. So who wants to go first?
Dependent on family for emotional needs. Go talk to my husband, hug my kids. So yeah, I mean, it's more or less emotional need.
Yeah, mostly on the family too, Archana. So when everything goes good, yeah, I'm also like fine. But when something is not right at home, I really get disturbed. I'm tying my peace with family, sometimes friend, but the one that affects mostly like to my peace is the family. But again, the goal I understand with the spiritual journey. So whatever happens outside should not cause any turbulence in me. So I should not tie my emotional needs with anyone.
So you have the understanding that you should not be dependent, but you're still dependent right now, right?
Yeah, definitely. I think there have been more families, the very big factor. I think there's been times when I have tried to be as isolated or as independent as possible. And, like I think COVID was definitely an interesting kicker for me because I'm here, my family's back in India. So I think a lot of being able to practice self-reliance, but I think it's two ways. I think it also energizes that there are people who care for me and I care for them. And it's sort of motivating as well. So I look forward to that and I see that, okay, if I once have a family, then I think there's more need to do and there's more like inspiration to get out of it. So it's interesting. I actually look at it as a positive. I'm interested to hear.
Emotionally dependent earlier too much. After attending these yoga classes, Bhagavad Gita classes, everything, thing comes, I'll just be aware, like this is my mind making me. I should not think like that, and now I can, separate that. I am getting too much emotional. I have to control that. This is just my emotion. So that's an improvement.
Very good.
I'm emotional, but I would say one thing that fear, especially of losing my family, losing my parents, I think I've overcome to that to a lot extent because I know what eventually reality will happen, and that's where that gives me a little stability. So that dependency is getting lesser because somewhere I'm telling myself that there will be a time when I have to be self.
So may not be dependency or more of sharing with wife mostly, more of sharing and more of care for the decisions you take. I'm not much dependent, but emotionally, yes, it is more attached to the family.
Yes, right now I'm dependent on a lot of people, including you, but I do have a clarity that I have to get out of it.
Definitely, I'm dependent on my husband, on you also. You guide me spiritually. I try to be emotionally independent, but I can't sustain for more than a week or so. I have to speak to somebody.
Okay, very honest answer. Very good.
Yeah, I feel that to some extent of dependency is needed. Nowadays, I am not much dependent, but that didn't help me to be more close to spirituality at all. My personal feeling is that to some extent, dependency only helps me to prolong healthy.
Okay, as long as it helps you to grow, it should be good. Lena has said that dependency on approval from others or validation from others. Very, very, very good point, Lena. So a lot of times we look for validation from others or approval.
Actually, family पे तो dependency होती है, लेकिन मेरे को लगता है कि मैं खुद के ऊपर ही हूँ, myself कि भाई खुद को समझाना मुश्किल होता है.
Self-inflicting problems.
Yes.
Overthinking, right?
हाँ, खुद को समझा.
So one thing I want to discuss today is every one of you I think is dependent on is opinions of others about you. We get very, very affected when people are saying bad things about us. So the whole Manipur chakra is represented by a fire. And what is the function of a fire? It digests everything. It sort of devours and eats everything, isn't it? But it's just so hard to digest what others think about us. We're constantly seeking validation from others, their opinion onto us, what they think about us. And closer the relationship, more it hurts. And sometimes in this process, we become people pleasers. We cannot say no to certain things. If you have faced such kind of situation that you're always looking for approval from somebody, or if somebody, even your child or your parent, or they have a particular negative opinion about you, if they suggest you something that you're doing wrong, we get so much hurt. We are so much dependent on what others think about us. Today, I want you to digest and that finish off that tendency with your belly fire, that opinions of others. Try to digest it and completely destroy it. That dependency on the opinion of others. It's very, very negative and it won't help you grow in your spiritual journey. That's why a lot of people get stuck. They do all this yoga and everything, but they get stuck because they're dependent so much on seeking validation and what others think about. Many times I feel, and mostly women, okay, they have 2 times greater chances of having IBS, which is irritable bowel syndrome, or gas problems or digestive problems. Women are more prone because women seek more validation from their family members as opposed to men. I think the society has trained us in that way. So we are always looking for support, approval, and that's why we have more digestive issues. That's fact that women have more digestive issues and bloating and gas and IBS problems than men, because we always have very low self-esteem. We are always looking for somebody approving us. Even in the corporate sector, men, when they negotiate for salary, is different, with confidence. Women, they think that maybe they don't deserve that much. So even if somebody praises them, they're very self-satisfied, because by nature, we nurture others, right? It's about giving. So that's kind of inbuilt in us. But the negative aspect of that is we cannot withstand opinion of anybody. We always want that everybody should be thinking that I am really good. Like I'm a good mother, I'm a good wife, I'm a good employee. What if your child tomorrow comes and says, you're a really bad mother? What happens? Everything collapses in your mind. Or a colleague says that, you're not doing well. Rather than analyzing the situation objectively, we get so emotional. That we can't even think straight, as if we are totally dependent on that validation that, oh, you're a good mother. So think about this, how much you're dependent on others' opinion, what others think about you. And are you willing to digest and finish off that with your fire today? Fire for growth, because the growth will not happen if you keep stucking and keep seeking validation. So that's one important aspect of fire, is to destroy everything. And then yoga is all about destroying all the negativity. That's a granthi which is stuck at the level of Manipura Chakra. That's why your stomach churns, and when you don't have such good opinions about yourself from others, if you hear somebody saying something negative about you, even not directly, indirectly also, you feel not so good in your belly.
At the starting, we are more dependent, and then once we start, no, my intention is pure, I won't see what is the consequence. And once we start doing it, we can't please everybody, but yes, the result will show. Yeah, we have to just wait. That time gap, that waiting, that patience. Many comments we'll be getting, but once we come to that target, then to reach that, we have to hold on.
Yes, you have to sustain and hold on. Keep doing what you're thinking is right, even though everybody is against you or everybody has an opinion about you. You should not stop doing the right thing. That's my point.
You continue to do good things and your decisions are good, that you feel, and that confidence you have. But having confirmation from very close family members, that can also help you to motivate yourself further and keep your confidence high. So that aspect, what you will say on that?
No, it's very important point. More support we get, better it is, right? If we are going the right stuff and everybody is supporting us, we feel encouraged too. That's very human tendency. But I'm saying in the situation, even if you have to go against the tide, you should stand steady in whatever you're doing, whatever you have decided, thinking about a longer picture rather than short term getting agitated with the resistance you're facing. And then keep working on yourself so that more you get that clarity, because every mind, no matter what they do, even criminals, they do the best according to their mind. But more you work on yourself, more you get the clarity of a bigger picture, whether this decision is right for me or not. It's all about growing in the mind inside. Yes, Rajeshji, follow up thing?
You are going against the tide, but you are confident about your own decision and going further. But taking opinions or sharing it with someone and having some different view, that may give you a boost or give you further approach to to tackle that issue in the future.
Yes. So even people have opposing point of view, you should be open to criticism and see if you can modify. If you feel that person is giving a good criticism, something which will modify your own behavior, then incorporate that. Life is like a project management. It's like there are two methods of project management. One is the waterfall method, that like you go one way and just finish it one way. The second is the agile method, where you improvise every time. So life is like that. You need to improvise, learn from. It's like artificial intelligence, how it learns from different sources, right? We are also similar, but we are human beings. But we also learn from. They help us grow too. So both in the positive and the negative aspect, they are helpful. I'm saying people who get upset or sad or hurt if somebody is saying something to them or stopping them from doing something, you don't have to take it personally. Analyze every situation objectively. Similar, like if you get a stomach ache and you're trying to one medicine, but your mommy is saying take another medicine, try this, rather than getting emotional that okay, why she's not approving with the medicine I'm taking. You analyze the situation, and if your mom's medicine is better, take that. So this is not, I'm saying, being close to others and just be like stubborn and do just yourself. It's not like that. It's about not getting hurt, analyzing situations and digesting and removing that hurt from within, that negativity from within in your journey. Because you can learn from anybody. You can learn from people who are resisting you. You can learn from people who are supporting you, and do your best with whatever your mind and intellect is saying at that time. But stick 100% to it. Don't regret in your life. And even if somebody says 5 years down, oh, that decision you took was really horrible, tell them that I did to the best of my capacity at that time what my mind said. It's okay. Everything is a learning curve. There's no failure in life. You're still surviving, you'll still survive. But do everything, accept failure also with that contentment in your heart, that joy. It's okay. It's okay. It doesn't matter in the bigger picture of life. Life is like up and down, like waves. But if you get stuck with the downhill, then you're ruining your life. If you get stuck with something that happened 5 years down, which was not a good decision, and you keep thinking about that, you're just creating a graveyard for yourself. And don't let anybody cross that boundary too. Don't let anybody taunt you or have an opinion from 5 years down what you did. Stop that. Create your boundary too. It's okay. People make mistakes, but the person who rises up is the one who is successful and learn from that mistake. So creating that boundary in the relationship is very important. Nobody should be entitled to give you opinion again and again and again about the same thing. You have to stop that. That's your responsibility. That's your dharma too. It's okay. Past is dead. Let's move forward. Present is the only powerful moment. We don't know what's going to happen next second. One breath in, breath out. Maybe I'm not able to take the next breath in. Who knows? So why talk about something that happened 5 years, 10 years, 20 years? I've seen people 20 years back when I got married, this happened in my Venu marriage hall. When you were a teenager, used to trouble me like this. Parents have talked to their children. So who cares? What happened? Nothing matters. It's dead. Past doesn't matter anymore. Don't carry the burden of the past. Try to digest it, burn it totally. Then only the self will shine forward and your energy will rise above the Manipura Chakra. Because the lower three chakras, the Muladhara, Swadhisthana, Manipur, and then the Manipur is a very important thing. Once you try to digest everything and the other's opinion, they don't matter to you, and you're very steady in what you want and you're very clear in what you want in life, your goal is totally clear, then the journey from the heart chakra and up begins. Because your heart is free right now from dependency on others. A lot of times I have seen ladies feel a victim of the situation when they are housewives. They think that they haven't done anything in life. They don't think that how important their role is in bringing up family and children. If they were not there, the children would have been dead. But they don't understand the importance. They think they're not contributing financially, so they haven't done anything. Or they have contributed financially less. They feel a lot of guilt inside. They're holding on to the guilt, and then they seek for validation that what I did was worthwhile, which is so sad though. We have come to a point in a society where only financial contribution is seen. All the hidden contribution that a mother does is not seen. Even if you're not earning well than your partner, doesn't matter. You're equal partner. Everything is equal partnership. There's nothing up and down. So do the best in whatever role the life has given to you and be confident about it. Yes, this is my role and I'm playing to the best of my ability. You don't need to be a billionaire to show your ability. You can be anybody and perform the best. So do the best no matter what job you are. Don't keep saying, oh, I deserve a better job. Do whatever best you are in this job, which you think you're not deserving. That will increase your belly fire to sustain through the tough times. And maybe you'll find another job of your liking. But don't keep worrying about in your present moment, cursing your present moment and think your future will be better. No, it's not going to happen. You feel the blessing in the present moment, try to assimilate everything and try to digest everything, accept everything, and then only you'll grow in your journey. Rather than thinking, okay, I wish this was like that in my life, or I wish this person was not in my life. Try to do the best no matter where you are. Then only you'll be living life fully, and then only your spiritual growth will happen. Questions, comments?
ऐसा लग रहा है कि सारे क्वेश्चंस के आंसर्स दे दिया आपने बिना क्वेश्चन पूछे ही.
You're welcome.